What's going on YouTube? My name is Trigby. I'm back again today to bring you some wonderful automotive content. But let's talk about that. If you guys watch my channel a lot, you'd know that all of my content is cars, literally all of it. And you'd assume that cars are probably like something I'm super passionate about. And you wouldn't be wrong. My number one passion is making these short movies. More specifically, my passion is videography and film. It's something I haven't really talked about too much on this channel. It's something I've been doing kind of as a hobby for a long time. I'm trying to give you guys the best content I possibly can because it's something I enjoy doing. I want to take you guys with me and kind of bring you through my mindset. I'm really glad that it's like cloudy today. I mean, it's cloudy with like the sun peeking through, but it really makes a difference in post when you go into edit picture and video and it's nice and has like soft lighting. You can work with the color a lot more. We're here. I'm parked over in Spectator because my car is filthy today. Like I said, it's been raining. I don't want to park over there with this. Behind me is all the Kia Stingers, which are actually really cool. It's interesting seeing an auto manufacturer that doesn't really put out generally what's considered like high-end performance cars. Good on you, Kia. Good on the company that made that really crazy one. That was pretty sick too. I have big hands and it's two of my hands. I'm right outside of Cars and Coffee, kind of posed up in a cool little cinematic way, and I wanted to talk about what I actually, do. I mean, I make car videos, of course, but I make videos first and foremost, and I do photography. I'm taking, the photography and videography thing more seriously. I'm gonna be doing that freelance for clients as well, starting very shortly. Not ready quite yet. I'm just getting my things in place before I start that. Photography and videography is my main purpose, right? I mean, cars are my hobby. Photography and videography are my passion, and that's what is going to kind of influence further videos. So I'm gonna get going. Cars are a huge interest of mine, and I love cars. I love going to car shows. I love, modifying, working on cars, all of that. But that's not my passion. Videography and photography are my passion, and that's what I'm working towards and trying to grow on. Today what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes. I'm gonna export all the files off the camera, and I'm gonna show you how I edit photos for my Instagram. I'm back home with my dog Luna. If you can't see her in the background, she's right here. I'm going to show you how I edit these photos because what you see as the finished product is not what it starts as. I just want to show you guys what I do. Let me take you over to the computer and show you what we're going to do today. Alright, so right now I'm looking at my laptop and I'm trying to kind of find a good photo to start with. One car that really stood out to me today was that RWB Porsche. That thing was sick. I looked for so long. I saw it come in and then it turned left, and like I couldn't figure out where it went. So I found it towards the end and I got a bunch of cool pictures of it. So that's what I'm going to right now. I like this one. This is the one I'm going to go with. So first, I always crop my photos in 16:10, just because that's basically the size of the background on a MacBook. I can really crop it in any size. Sometimes for Instagram I crop it differently. Sometimes I don't go by traditional, cropping dimensions, but generally I do. So I'm going to crop it like this, and we're just going to play with all of these sliders over here to the right, and we're going to go and just make this thing look as good as possible. So we're going to raise up the shadows so we get more definition here on the left and then on the bottom. But to bring back that crisp color, we bring the blacks down to match. I always lower the highlights just a little bit. That helps us deal with harsh light. A lot of the time when you're shooting cars, you're getting a lot of harsh light. So lowering those highlights is a very big one. Contrast and exposure, I usually don't mess with too much. Clarity, I like to add a lot of clarity to my photos. It really depends on your style, but personally, I like to use clarity. Vibrance, make the colors more vibrant. Up the saturation just a little bit, but we don't want to blow out the photo, and I'll show you why. We'll go over here. You can play with the curves, you don't always need to, but in this case I like it, so I'm going to raise the shadows, but everything else I'm going to put on its natural track, more or less. You always want the curves to be smooth. You don't want to go back and do anything weird with the curves. Sharpening, I don't usually mess with it. When we get to this HSL tab, this is very important. So you can adjust the hue of certain colors. So your blues, you can make them really purple, like entirely purple, or you can make it teal. For this, I don't think we're going to touch the blues. I don't think we're going to touch any of the hues. But for saturation, we're going to raise the saturation of both aquas and blues. Purples we're going to lower the saturation of because there's some underlying purple in these areas. We're going to add a little bit of luminance back to the blue, make it pop. And I really like this van in the back. It adds some contrast with the Porsche. It's really, really cool. For split toning, you can color your highlights and your shadows, so you can give it a more like cinematic look. Give the highlights an orange hue. I like to add blue or teal to the shadows. That's not something I came up with. It's just, that's like standard. Your lens distorts the picture and bends the light as it goes into the image sensor on your camera. Photoshop has certain functions. It can tell basically what lens you're using on the camera. Now, I always like to fix these profile corrections. It just makes the image look closer to what it actually looks like in real life. I think this actually looks really good. So the last step we're going to do is we're going to increase the whites. Not too much. And we're actually going to add some of those highlights back in. The first thing I do is set it as my desktop picture, so I get a chance to really look at it. And this one's okay. It's not perfect. I think there might be too much blue in it. But you guys get the point. You see how I edit these photos for my Instagram account. And you don't quite see as much detail on the phone, which is how most people look at Instagram. So these are very, very high definition photos. They look really good when they downscale. Now, I just want to say a really quick thank you to everyone for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, of course. I have a lot of fun every time going to Cars and Coffee. Yeah, so the point of this video was just to say that I'm a huge car enthusiast, but cars are not my passion. Photography and videography are my passion. I'm upgrading cameras soon, and very soon I'm going to be doing like freelance photography, videography for clients. And I do work a full-time job, but I do this kind of in my spare time, so I don't put out videos every week, but I try to put out videos every other week. I'm looking forward to making a ton of awesome future content for you guys. Please subscribe if you're not. My name is Trey V. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week and a wonderful life, and I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching.